Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Probable Magic. This is episode number 53. We're doing a Theros draft. It'll be Theros draft number 21, and we're going to repeat an experiment that I tried to do last time. Wasn't entirely satisfied with the way that it went last time. And that experiment is to stay very open on colors until the first pack makes it all the way around the table. Not commit to any color until that first cycling. And last time we just got some absolutely miserable packs in that first pack, so I was not happy at all with it. Here, I think the pick for me is Heliod's Emissary. Other notables. Well, last time I ended up taking a Hopeful Eidolon first, but the Emissary is undoubtedly stronger. Griptide is nice. I like the Phalanx. Don't think it competes with the Emissary. Temple's interesting. I'm just going to take the Emissary. Okay. Pack 2. Another Temple. Interesting. I think I like the Asp. White-green, not the strongest combination, but we're not worrying about that at the moment until we get around the table. There's also Stone Shock Giant, which was that point of contention with myself last time between that and the Hopeful Eidolon. I went with the Eidolon. Between this and the Asp, I like the Asp better. More easily splashable, like his ability, and the reach comes in handy. So I'm pretty happy with the Asp here. Interesting. So there's an Ashen Rider, which I tried a couple drafts ago. Never quite got him into play. There's the Griffin. Nice white-green. I really like the Eidolon. There's also Feral Invocation. Ashen Rider, most powerful, not splashable. I want one of these two. I'm going to play it safe and go with the Eidolon. The double white and the double black. The Ashen Rider, I think, just not splashable. What do I like here? Nylea's Disciple. Very strong. I've heard it called the best green common. I don't think I agree with that. I definitely prefer the Asp. But I've heard it called that. I know it's strong. Feral Invocation. I think I'd prefer the Disciple. Other contenders, Lash and Vaporkin. I think I'm going to go with Disciple. So here. Phoenix is good in a black deck. With that double black, he's not really splashable, although I did take double green there. This experiment is proving to be very challenging. I'm not sure I'm sticking with it as well as I hope to. I think I'm going to grab a Griffin here. So what do I like? I don't like the double black there. Excuse me. I could splash red for a rage. There's Vanquish, and there's the Presence, and Chosen. I think it's one of those three: Chosen, Presence, or Vanquish. I don't have any removal yet. I guess I'm going to grab a Vanquish. Not the greatest removal. Last Breath, not necessarily much better. Don't care about this guy. I guess I'm going to take Evangel. I guess I've kind of given up on this experiment. And settled earlier than I meant to into green-white. So that's a bit of a fail, but such it is. Between one of these cards, I'm going to take the creature. This looks a lot like a pack we saw before. Oh, this is our opening pack. Right? Yeah. Take Battle-Wise Valor. This not exciting. The Warden, don't really like. I'm going to take the Sable. Take another Griffin since I'm in green. Between these two, I like the Snarecaster. This is coming together. We're very white, not very green. This is interesting. Which one of these do we want? This is the stronger card, I think. The Ox just does nothing. He blocks. The Ox blocks. So I'm definitely committed to white. I'm fairly committed to green. These are both good green cards. And with the Griffins requiring double green, lose a lot of value on the Griffins if I don't go into green. Well, this is a sweet open. We're going to jump on that. I have lost to that guy several times. Okay, had to pause a minute there. Definitely taking that guy. Phalanx Leader, never as good as I want him to be. I would definitely like a couple of Laguna Bands in this deck, but it's the Archon here. Wow, and we can pick up a 100-handed one. That's pretty sweet too. That is definitely more powerful than a third griffin or a fox. The satyr's interesting. Um, I would like a satyr, but I'm not going to turn down a 100-handed one to get it. My goodness. Um, well, I think we're going to jump on this Hydra as the rares keep flowing. Protection from blue, haste. Can't be countered. Yeah, we're going to jump on that. I would like a divine verdict. That's the only thing in contention there, but I'm jumping on the Hydra. So I've got a lot of fives. I don't have any threes yet, which is a gap I need to fill. So I'm looking at these two guys, and I think I like the Nessian better, although I do have some number of enchantments. Not all, well, I have 3 enchantments, but that third point of toughness counts for a lot, so we're going to grab him. Another temple that doesn't do much for us. Amulet would definitely be a consideration, as we're a little light on green, but I think God's Willing is powerful enough that I just want God's Willing. An interesting point is if I want to splash. I don't think I want to splash without any fixing. Elsewise, I'd be looking at Voyage's End or the Horizon Chimera. I think I'm going to take a second God's Willing over a Goliath. Yeah, I think I'll do that. This is a bit of a dud. I guess I'm taking the priest just as another 2, so I'm a little light there. Frika's Mender would be interesting to splash for, but I've got this gap on 3s, and the Chronicler will fill it nicely. Looks like my only way to get counters are really on the Mist Cutter, so he's probably just a 3/3 for 3. He's a little harder to cast Nessian Courser, but that's okay. And I'll gladly pick up him. That's an interesting choice. I think my curve is getting high. I'll take the Griffin. I can even pick up an amulet, which is nice. So I think we're going to be in good shape here. So as we're at 23 already, we'll be able to make some cuts. I'll take that for the board. Would like to cut this Battle Priest. Some more 3s. Excuse me. Some more 3-drops would be nice. Looks like you can choose. Well, speaking of 3-drops, there's a Wingsteed Rider. I think that's got to be the pick. Don't have a ton of triggers for him, but that's okay. I've got some God Willings. I've got an Eidolon. Battle-wise Valor, that's plenty. He's fine just as a 2/2 flyer for 3. Oh my. So, some nice choices. Chronicler may even come back. I think I'm looking at these two guys. Dauntless Onslaught, definitely good. But I think I'd rather just another creature. I'm not sure what's better, but I think I'm going to take the Wingsteed Rider. He flies. And I'm more white anyway. I think I'm doing that. I guess I'm looking at Chosen. I'm looking at Agent. Maybe even Glare for the board. Don't really care about that. Don't think I care about Nylea's presence. Chosen. Take the Agent. Here, I guess I'm going to go with Laguna Band. I was about to snatch up this Philosopher. Then I considered the Unicorn. No, let's do this. I may even go in a mono white direction. Wow. Observant Alceid or the Ordeal. I'm kind of surprised to see both of them. Kind of have plenty of creatures. I think with my early game, I think there's enough upside on the Ordeal that I'm going to take that. This is really nice. I guess I'll take Last Breath. I'm going to take the Glare here. We're kind of going into a mono white direction. This is going to be like a white splash green. Probably not going to play the Disciple. I think I will play the Asp and the Mist Cutter. And we'll see on some of these. We're at 30 here, so we got quite a few cuts to make. Oh my goodness. Well, I was hoping Chronicler to come back, and I was just going to take Chronicler. I did not expect to see Dauntless Onslaught come back. And I think that's the pick instead. did I take over the Phalanx leader? Oh, I'm pretty sure it was the Archon. Yeah, I'm still happy with that. Evangel good in this deck. One thing I really feel like I'm missing a bit. Another glare? Okay. The one thing I really feel like I'm missing a bit is a divine verdict. So definitely removal light. Got a last breath and a vanquish. I guess 3 power guys are totally safe. Not playing any of these. What bothers me more between these two? Probably this. It's a fine late pickup. I can even consider not splashing the green and going strictly mono white. I'm pretty sure these two guys are powerful enough to be worth splashing. Oh, and I want green for the Griffins anyway. Blue, red. So this went in a bit of an unexpected direction. And kind of failed my experiment again. But not too badly, and I'm not at all disappointed with the results. I like those guys. I want the Wingsteed Riders. Archon. 300-handed one. You're a maybe. Definitely that. "16 creatures." So I could just do something like that and just be mono white. These Griffins lose a lot of power without the green. And once I have some forests in the deck, these two guys are really powerful. I think I want them. Last breath is iffy. Being as I want to get double green for these 3 Griffins, I'm probably going to run something like 6 forests, 5 or 6 forests. So I really can live without the amulet. Which means I got one more cut to make. make. I have almost no removal, which is not thrilling. I feel like it should be one of those guys, actually. Yeah. Let's see what that can do. Two. I want more than two. I think 11-6. I think I like that. Well, this is certainly a unique deck for me, and I'm curious to see what it can do. I don't think I've ever seen a deck quite like this. Let's see what happens. I'll see you in round one.